How you doing?
Welcome, welcome, beautiful souls. I'm Cynthia Miller, and I am so passionate. It is my deepest joy to help women come back to their most radiant, free selves and be on purpose, living their soul mission, sharing their gifts and their wisdom, their hard-earned wisdom through life's journeys. And I just get so excited when I see women just release what's been holding them down and holding them back and just shed the layers to reveal that beautiful gem underneath it all.
Mm.
And I'm here today with an incredible woman that I'm so blessed to have recently met, my co-creatrix.
Woo!
Co-creatrix. We're creating together the beautiful Sonia.
Ooh, thank
Introduce
you. Thank you. Thank
yourself.
you. I'm so excited to be here with you. And I just want to introduce myself for a moment and just kind of let people know where my heart is and why I do what I do. And so my name is Sonia Renee Wild Creative and Woman Whisperer. That just landed with me recently because I feel like it's the full embodiment of my medicine and what I've come here to do, and just to help women, every woman that I come across, to just activate them and lead them back home to the deepest integration of their masculine and feminine energies so they feel safe in their bodies and free to express. And I'm really excited to be doing this with you. And I can't wait to see who comes with us to Glastonbury.
Yeah, yeah. I love how we connect it. We connect
I
it
know.
out of the blue. It was meant to be though. Obviously, it was divinely
Definitely.
orchestrated.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So
it
why
was
don't you tell your
amazing.
story about that? Because the reason why I said yes to you without hesitation is because of the experience that you had in Glastonbury. And I think you should share that because it was so similar to the same experience that I had in Guatemala. And I
Hmm.
knew that you were authentic and that you had experienced some really deep magic in Glastonbury that I had to, to experience for myself as well, because everything that I've been doing over the past decade has chosen me and just really called me in, and you called me into Glastonbury through your experience there. So why don't you tell everybody about that?
Wow, and I didn't even know I was going to be calling you in, but I love that you came in. Um, so yeah, I always like to start with the fact that I never wanted to go to England. I didn't know anything about Glastonbury or Avalon. I really didn't know. I went over for a sexual awakening and healing retreat, and I was in the town of Glastonbury for literally only a few hours. And within those
Mm.
first couple hours, standing in the goddess house in the Lady of Avalon room, I had an incredible experience that I've never had happen anywhere else. I felt like I was being welcomed home and
Wow.
surrounded by love. And I felt like a part of me that had been long forgotten was returning. I didn't know
Mm.
what that was about at the time. And it was the Lady of Avalon room. I didn't know anything about the Lady of Avalon, and I went off on the retreat and didn't think a lot about it. And then once home, though, I pursued a priestess path. I felt like that was a priestess calling for me,
Mhm.
that it awakened something in me. And went back this past summer for a full month to explore even more what happened. And being in Glastonbury for a whole month was life-changing. I literally felt like I was living in the fifth dimension. I was love. I wasn't just living from love. I felt like I was love. It was effortless. And I felt so free. I wrote some poetry there. Sometimes I share that because it just poured out of me. I'd be on top of the tour and I just felt like I could fly, I just felt
Wow.
that free. And it's just a magical place, an incredible energy vortex. Synchronicities happen there all the time. The people that live there are like, that's normal for Glastonbury. You could tell them anything outlandish. Didn't matter what I said happened or this or that. They're like, that's normal for Glastonbury.
That's
So,
that's beautiful. I just, when you told me about it and you said that you experienced freedom, I knew what you meant. Freedom and love it's a whole new level when you're activated by a land. It's like the energy of the land. When I was in Guatemala, the intense appreciation and love that came through me was like, not, I'm not the same anymore. I'm not the same person. And interestingly, on my way there, I had extreme terror rise up in me and I couldn't figure out what that was about. And what it all circled back around to was that I experienced true freedom, which was freedom from fear. And I feel that Glastonbury did the same exact thing from you, because we don't realize that we fear so many things, right? And when we're
Yeah.
in these sacred lands, which, by the way, I didn't know I was going to any of the places that I've gone to recently. And I feel like I said earlier, Glastonbury is choosing me. And the work that I do is around the masculine and the feminine energies and the inner masculine and feminine energies, and really integrating that, and where women feel safe in their bodies and free to express. And when I found out that their masculine and feminine ley lines, which I didn't even really know what ley lines were, I knew there were energetic lines or grids and things. But when I found out that the masculine and feminine ley lines cross in Glastonbury, and that this is such a magical place, I knew that something definitely called, is calling me there, and that something really, a deep integration and a deep activation is going to happen, not only for me and you, but for every woman that joins us in Glastonbury. And I don't know. I don't even have the words to express what it is that I'm feeling. I'm like, what is the tour? What is that thing? What are you talking about? The tour and and the waters, and I just can't
Yeah.
wait to do another video to explain and just give them a little glimpse into Glastonbury and let them know,
Yeah, and it doesn't even
what's
matter.
going
Like me, like I go there, I went there, I was totally ignorant of anything that had to do with anything. I didn't, when I was on the retreat, the woman took us up and down the tour. I was sightseeing. I'm like, come take a picture of flowers. I didn't know it was a sacred hill. I'm like, oh, this is a great view. I get to the top and everybody else is like meditating. I'm like, what are they,
Oh, what
I
are they
didn't, I
doing?
didn't, I didn't know what any of the places were about that I went to, but because you're just there, you're downloading codes, you're activating ancient remembrances and wisdom. It's amazing. You don't have to know about it ahead of time. You don't
Right.
have to know about it when you're there. The land does activate you. And I know the other reason you're drawn to Glastonbury is because I mentioned that it's the heart chakra of Gaia.
Yes, I forgot about that for a minute. Yes. Gosh, yeah. Okay, so I have a lady that I met in another group years ago. She posted that she was going to visit the heart chakra of the earth, and every year she would visit her a different chakra because it was her birthday. But she hadn't been in a while, and she was there. I had no idea she was in Glastonbury and in Stonehenge and all around there, until I made the connection, like a week or so after I talked with you about it in the first place. But that's super important to me. And because number one, I've been drinking ceremonial grade cacao for over a decade now. And it's truly opened my heart and activated me. And I had no idea what that meant before. Everybody who knows me knows I was like super hard and, always compassionate, but I wasn't crying for sure. And I've cried more in the past decade than I ever have. And I opened my heart so much. And I've experienced what true love is, like appreciation. And I just I know you said you wanted every woman to go to Glastonbury and feel this. And I want every person in the world to experience, and I know you do too, that what love really is, that deep appreciation, like not attached to anything, to
Yeah.
truly just stand in your power, knowing that you're safe and supported and protected, and that they love from a place of overflow, that they create, because you cannot create if you're not anchored and you're not present. We're always either in the past or the future, fight or flight. And this heart chakra of the earth, and then this year it's also the third eye, you told me, is there. I hear
Yeah,
that
I
moves
have to do
around.
some research on that and see like, I don't know even why that changes places, but I
I
don't know
don't
how long
know.
it's been there. Yeah.
I don't know why it changes, but I think it's every other year, because I looked it up just
Okay.
briefly, and it's like every other year. But I think we can share more about that later. But the fact that
Yeah.
it's the heart chakra of the earth for me is also important, because it's another sign of masculine and feminine and survival and sacred, the sacred and the wild meeting, in the heart space. So
Well, I
that's
realize,
super.
that I think that's why it's so easy to live from love and to
Mhm.
feel the love. I just felt my heart expanding.
Right,
And that, it's the heart chakra of Gaia. So of course you're
right.
gonna feel that effect, that energetic effect when you're staying there for any length of time.
Yeah, I
And
know.
it's
And like I said, the cacao thing, I know they don't have cacao there, but I ended up in Guatemala where there was the cacao and all the things that were speaking to me at that time. And I felt like it was this intense level of heart activation, that I had not experienced before. And this child ran up to me and it was it was just so beautiful. And I know that now that I'm going to Glastonbury and all the women that are coming with us are going to experience something similar, maybe even, a different type of activation. But I know that it's about the heart, so we can't go wrong, right? And I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
it's going to be about more joy than, sure, we may release some things while we're there, but I feel like this is going to be about more pleasure and joy,
Mm-hmm.
and women remembering who they are, and like that pleasure is not a dirty word. That pleasure is our birthright. It's about feeling good and not
Yeah.
our outsourcing anything, like expecting other people to do something to make us feel better, or feeling fear that we have to survive, and or protection. Just, I feel like all that's going to come together where we just really anchor and feeling safe in our bodies and
Mm-hmm.
responsible for our own pleasure and our own joy and our own inner peace, and taking radical responsibility for what we're creating in this world. And
Yeah.
that's what I feel like when we activate women, that it's like we're just gathering. I heard a call to gather, a couple of years ago, and I feel like we're just gathering the women who are ready to just step up and take, a deeper level of responsibility for what they're creating, and
Yeah.
just anchoring their truth, just remember who they are. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Remembering who they are and unleashing that creatrix power, like
Woo!
supernova,
I know,
supernova.
right? Like,
I
woo!
really feel like, because I met dozens and dozens of women while I was there from all over the world, and it changed their lives. So some of
Right.
them come back every year. They're drawn back there every year. They have to come back every year, or some of them end up moving there, which is my plan eventually.
Ooh, yeah.
Um, yeah, you can't go there and stay the same. You will be forever changed, just like your other trip you said that
Yeah.
happened with you there. That happens that happens in Glastonbury. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I'm really excited to do this with you. I'm honored that you asked me to join you, and I trust the entire process because I really practice staying out of my own way and not trying to get in the way of what wants to be created. And I really don't know what Glastonbury is going to look like for me or for us or for the women that come, specifically. But I know we have a lot. You have really done a great job at putting together a really cool itinerary and lots of
Well,
great,
thank you.
what do you call
I
those
feel like I've been
things?
working on it
What,
forever, since July.
what do you call them? I'm like, what do you call those things? Uh,
Webpage?
like experiences. Oh, they call them pilgrimages over
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
the journeys,
journeys.
yeah.
Yeah, and so I think it's going to be beautiful, and we have a lot of secrets that I want to share with them, but we'll do that in another video about all the beautiful places that
Absolutely.
are there.
We'll keep the videos short and give a little info at a time.
Yeah, so thank you all for joining us and watching it. And our next video, this was a collaboration of the souls. Our next video will be a glimpse into
Glimpse.
Glastonbury. So
Glimpse into Glastonbury.
all right, well, I'll see you for the glimpse into Glastonbury. Bye bye. And if you have any questions,
Bye.
anybody, you can reach out to either one of us, and we'll be happy to get a call scheduled with you, or whatever you need to do to get your questions
Absolutely.
answered. All right, Cynthia, see you later.
See you later.